Oh, we're live. Okay. I I didn't realize that button was going to start it. Hello. Let me continue to get set up real quick. Give me like 2 more minutes. Joshua? There we go. That's better. Oh yeah, Tanner. It's been a while. I moved. I have an apartment now. Okay. Now we've got the stream set up. Hopefully we're not laggy like last time. Because last week was a mess. I have not changed anything since last week, though, because I don't think anything was my fault. But, yeah, I guess I am ready now. I haven't posted to. Hold up, let me get set up here. Oh, I have one too many SPs. If you can look at the desk from this angle, then you can figure out how many SPs we're modding today, and you can win the prize of nothing by answering correctly on the poll. One moment. Okay. I gotta wait for the story to upload before I can close Instagram. Did you see Box Pixel's Hybrid Skeleton GBA shell? I did. I did see that. I pre-ordered one. There will be a video on it. Okay. I would usually post to Twitter as well, but nobody really responds to it anyway. So, hello. Welcome. Sorry for the delay there. If you are just tuning in now, I didn't realize the button I was clicking would start stream. Still getting used to OBS and not Streamlabs. But we are going to be modding a bunch of SPs today. I like to keep 10 of every Game Boy model in stock. And there's a long hair wrapped around that one. It's like in the tape. Okay. And so I've got 4 slots available, and then once I make these 4, I should be back up to 10. I like to keep it at 10. I don't know why. Nice round number. It used to be 5, and then I was like, let's do 10. It didn't say start stream, I swear. Because normally I hit the start stream button, and then it's like, hey dummy, you gotta pick a stream. And then I picked the stream. And so I did it the other way. I went to like manage stuff, and I clicked on the stream, and then it just went up. It's like, oh, okay. Cool. I did stay nearby, Tanner. I did. I stayed in town. I'm actually in town. But all of these SP boards should be good to go. I think I'll just need to clean power switches like in normal, and everything else should be good. I think I've tested all of these too. I could be wrong. I don't know, but we've got a few different things we'll do on the stream. Why is it? It's like off center. I just realized my face cam is off center. Hold on. There we go. That's much better. You will not get a long hair. Don't worry, Josh. I forgot what I was talking about, but everybody's saying hi in the chat, so I will remind everybody, if you want me to say hello to you, say something in the chat right now. It doesn't have to be hi, but I will say hi back. I will say hi to everybody that says something in the chat right now. I'll go ahead and end the poll because yeah, it's kind of obvious now. We're doing 4. A bunch of you said 3. What's the lineup here? Only 22% of you got it right. I knew I'd trick a lot of people because there's only 3 in the thumbnail. I just couldn't find a picture of an atomic purple SP. So yeah, and these are pretty much the only colors. I have like 1 or 2 colors left. I'm waiting on getting some more stock in, and yeah, which we'll talk about that a little bit more in a bit. I don't know why I'm putting these off to the side. I'm pretty much just gonna have to rip up all those bags. Okay, let's say hello to everybody. I'll bring my mouse over here and make things easier on me. We've got Joshua, DC, Tanner, Erlex. We're gonna go with that. Please correct me if I'm wrong. I know it's hard to correct me in text form. We've got Ghosty, Draco HP7, Demon Fox King, Hyrulean Kale, Neko Azul, Hazardous Vegito, Javi, and my dad. Hello. How are you guys doing? Let's see if there's any other things to respond to. What do you find the SPs to mod? It's about the only thing that I don't tell. It's about the only secret I keep. Everything else I have links to. But it's really not that hard to figure out if you watch enough of the channel. You can probably figure out where I buy stuff. Especially, it's not that helpful unless you're trying to buy things in bulk like I do. Because I buy 10 to 20 Game Boys at a time, and most people aren't going to do that. But if you want to try out something like Sendico or Zen Market, I've made videos on those. They have some pretty good deals on Game Boys every now and then. Otherwise, it's just searching around on eBay and searching around on like Mercari, Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace, and going to local game stores. Asking local game stores if they have broken or bad Game Boys and DS is a great thing to do, because whenever I do it, they're like, wait, what? Really? You want them? I'm like, yeah, I'll take them. And some Goodwills, there's like a Goodwill that's a few hours or like an hour away from me that has some like really cool stuff, but it depends. Hi from Spain. Nice. That's cool. I'm going to Italy in a month, so I'll be in Europe for the first time. Let's see. Love your content, dude. I have modded a GBA because of your channel. I'm working on learning more so I can make it a side hustle. Nice. Maybe now isn't the best time for the side hustle with all the tariff stuff going on, but we'll talk about that in a bit because there's a pause for now. How easy is it to mod the SPs? Well, I'll show you. Stick around. I lost the shirt I bought from you. Sucks since it was my favorite shirt. How did you lose it? And which one was it, out of curiosity? Was it the GB Vaporwave one, or was it made in the 90s? I don't know if you were made in the 90s though. Going to buy a new one? Okay, cool. Yeah, that is sad. I want more because like my Vaporwave shirt, I only have one of those in white, and I don't wash my whites as often as I do the rest of my clothes, and so I get to wear it once, and then it's like I have to wait a lot longer for it to be clean so I can wear it again. So I'm thinking about getting a second one or getting a different color or something. But I did vote for. Figured you meant how many could you do before stream that you had as many as needed, but just had so many you could fit on screen. I just couldn't find the fourth one in my pictures because I was doing the lazy way, just ripping them from my old pictures. It's not the lazy way. That's how I do it all the time. Okay, GB Vaporwave, nice. What mods are you going to be doing today? Well, let's talk about that. Probably should have been full face cam for that part, but that's all right. I'm going to turn the music down because it's a little loud in my ears. Won't change it for you though. Okay, we are going to be doing, I think these are all IPS V2s, high-speed Edo. So everything's high-speed Edo today, all the way. If I have, I hope I do, but if I have some more black SP buttons, this will be another all-black one, which is like the third one I've made in a month. My goodness, I cannot heal this up, and it just won't tear well at all. Stupid tape. Oh my gosh, okay. I was hamming it up a little bit, but then I actually couldn't get it off. This is gonna be a problem. And then there's still a little itty bitty piece of tape there. All right. Cool. I wear my Made in the 90s shirts very often. I think the past like 4 or 5 videos on the main channel, I'm wearing the Made in the 90s shirt. Plus, I've also been like batch shooting videos. But after these 4, we might be caught up on inventory. I think I might still have some regular GBAs to do as well. I could be wrong though. Speaking of new stock though, I'm sorry, I got distracted by reading chat. I went on a trip. Now I can't find your shirt. Oh well, I guess I'll have to spend money at a wonderful website. I appreciate that, Josh. I was about to shout out code Jake. There's no code Jake on my website. I don't have any coupon codes on my website. Actually, I have a secret one for me. But if you find it, and then I'm gonna cancel it because it's only for me. It's a coupon code I use to do returns when someone sends something back because it's not working properly or whatever, and they want it back after I fix it. Then I use that code so I don't have to spend any extra money. So I'm not going to say what the code is. I'm not going to give it away at all in any sort of way. I thought I had a white lens on this one for a second. But speaking of more stock, more inventory, I will pull this up real quick. Come on, mouse. We can go full face cam for a second. I'll show you the screen in a second here. Okay. If you have ever wanted any of Jake Simmons' channel history, I'm selling some of my collection now. Most of it are Game Boys from ModKit reviews that I don't really care about. So if I'm being honest, they aren't like the top of the top screen mods. They're still good. They're still amazing compared to a stock screen, but it is not my favorites of the bunch. Some of them, like one of them, I'm kind of sad to get rid of, but I don't play it. I just like how it looks, the white and purple one. But if you go to the garage sale section of my website, you will see that I've got a couple of things. I also have a controller, but I've got my Razer Kishi. That's everything here is pretty lightly used. But basically, if you want a piece of my collection, you can grab it now over at retroremastered.com in the garage sale section. I should probably drop a link in the chat. And all of these work just as perfectly as anything else I would sell on my website. It's just in the garage sale section because they are slightly used and they're not normal. Like they're not the normal kits that I would sell. So I just want to separate them. But yeah, this one I'm a little sad to get rid of. This one I'm also a little sad to get rid of because this is an original shell and it's like really good condition. So is this one. It's just got the Hello Kitty lens on it. But basically, if you've ever wanted a Game Boy and you think that, or you can't afford the full price of my Game Boys, all of these are $150 or less. So now's the time to buy. retroremastered.com. I will copy and paste it. There you go. Check it out. I also have stock screens that I sell on the website if you ever want just the stock screen, but those are what's available. And this one is discounted pretty heavily. It's just because that crack. It's the infamous crack from me just trying to put the dang thing together because of Funny Playing's stupid way of doing these mods. Anyways, that's it. Just want to show off some of the things that I just listed this weekend. There will be more. I will give a fair heads up warning. I am the one that made the game Mashed. Have you heard of Mashed from other means other than my channel? Because that would be interesting. Or are you just looking at my website and seeing that I sell Mashed? I did make that. That was all me. But I will say right now, I will be putting up a few more things for my collection from videos. They are going to be more sought after, and they will probably be more expensive. But I want to make shorts on them because I made videos on them a while ago. And once I make the shorts, then I'll list the other ones. Things like the Slate, the slab, which is it's the 3D printed Slate essentially, and the docking GBA, the one that looks like the Sword and Shield Switch Lite that docks, and there's one other one I can't think of right now, but those are going to be more expensive because those are more expensive mod kits. And the Slate is like impossible to find now. So if you've been wanting a Slate, this might be your only opportunity to get one. So yeah, there's that. Just want to warn people about that. Imagine making video games. Yeah, DC, who would make video games? Who would do that for a living? Who would subject themselves to that kind of pain? Okay, Tanner, just because you're a dad or becoming a dad. I see you're just poking around the website. I would have been pretty hyped if you heard about it some other way. I will be selling the Slate in the same garage sale section. I will make a post about it. So if you are following me on Instagram or Twitter, that'll probably be the best place. I'll probably make a community post about it. But I might even wait to list it until I post the shorts on each of those individual items. So there will be some sort of warning, but just in case, I would check back. Like, just check the website like once a day, maybe in that section. But I should give some sort of warning beyond what I just gave. Okay. I think that's all of the big plastic bags. There are still other plastic bags to take care of later, but I'm going to get the black buttons before I forget. And, yeah. I think these are my last black buttons. I also have some of these for the Atomic Purple shell. I think I might rock those. Actually, I kind of like the contrast of the gray one, so I'm gonna leave it. I missed. Okay. I was just looking around. Oh, I read that already. For how much? I don't know yet. I don't know yet. I don't want to say anything and be wrong, but it'll be over $200. I believe. Because I want to. No, I don't want to say something and get people excited and then be like, oh, actually, no, it's this. Okay. Buttons out. We can swap these. Let's do that before we get too deep. I think this is my least favorite part of Game Boy modding, is getting everything out of the bags, because we just spent, where's the time? We're 25 minutes into the stream. Yeah, I talked a little bit before and in between, but it's just like we spent so much time and we haven't even gotten the soldering iron out. But I guess it is a part of the mod process. Okay, I'm just gonna... D-pad, LNR, and power switcher for later. We got B and A. Make sure it's the right orientation. We've got start, select. Oh, hello. Might as well put a speaker in while we're here. I think the Slate and the Unhinged V2, I think they're both, I think they both have their positives and their negatives. Like, I like that you can still use the original buttons in the Slate. They both now have the ability to use plastic backs if you want to go the budget route. I don't think Mako ever made a metal back for the Slate. I think he said that he might and didn't want to, so don't count on it. And especially now, don't count on it. Oh, what am I doing? Still gotta swap these out. I like the extra thickness of the Unhinged, because the Slate is actually slightly thinner than the SP, and the Unhinged is just as thick as or a little thicker, or around the same thickness as a closed SP, and I like that because that's my issue with the SP, is it's too small. And even though it's still like a little too like this, it makes it so much better than just a regular SP. And I actually have been playing Metroid Fusion on my Unhinged V2 since making that video. So I actually enjoy it. So yeah, I don't know. They both have their ups and downs. I think that if you want an easier USB-C and you want the ability for a built-in aux port, and you want a thicker SP, then Unhinged is the way to go. Because you could also do a bigger battery and get more battery life out of it. So I guess actually just overall, unless you want to keep the slimness of an SP, then go with the Slate. But the Slate is also impossible to find. So I don't know if they're ever going to bring back stock. It doesn't seem like it. What I say, especially now about the Slate versus Unhinged, because the Slate is out of stock. If it was about something else, refresh my memory. Okay. I think that an OLED for GBA can happen any day. But also, I find it interesting that Funny Playing didn't jump on the OLED bandwagon, and I find it interesting that High Speed Edo hasn't made an OLED for the Game Boy Pocket or the original Game Boy. So maybe it just isn't selling well enough, and so they were just like, yeah, we won't make another one. I don't know. But they're all High Speed Edo is focused on HDMI mods for everything right now. So okay, let's see. Let's just get down to putting these things together. So I don't want to be sitting here for hours. I've got other things to do. But I will be sitting here for an hour because I can't plug this stupid connector in. There we go. I've been putting the double-sided tape down. I just don't feel like it's necessary. I didn't do it for years. And then I don't know why I really started doing it. I'll just do it. I wish someone... Oh, I heard that. Aren't most of the screens... Hello, focus. Aren't most... What are you doing? Why are you focused? Well... Okay. Aren't most of the screens sourced from other old electronics like camera displays or something? They are mostly sourced from... They are mostly sourced from old phone screens, like early Funny Playing are from the Canon M2. I think that's what it's from. So yeah, that one's from a camera. I haven't heard of anything else being from a camera. Oh no. Freaking stupid camera froze. It was doing that the other day, and I don't know what. Hold up. Okay. That's frustrating. Oh, both cameras froze. There we go. Okay, I've never had both cameras freeze before, but I was recording stuff the other day and I had the top down froze again. What the heck? And we're still not. Come on. Come on. You really gonna do this to me? No. This is gonna look a little weird. Wait, no. I don't want to do that. Never mind. I don't think this will even work. Yeah, okay. Try this. Deactivate. Activate. Still not working. That's not what I want. That was weird. Something happened with my computer then. I think Lauren has played Mario Strikers like twice. Why doesn't this thing want to work? Okay, we're gonna remove. Yes. And then add. Video capture Elgato. Okay. Transform. Fit the screen. And it's still not doing it. Hold up. Okay. Unplug that. Plug that back in. Deactivate and reactivate. Nothing. Okay. Thanks for gifting a membership, Mikey. There we go. I had to re-plug in my capture card. We good? We good. Okay. Let's catch up on chat here. Sorry for that. We have Mikey saying, hey, chat, and you can't put polls up on stream. It's probably for good reason. I'm kidding. Sort of. I will read your comment in a second. Try hard, Trav. I do want to talk about that. Both cameras froze. Yeah. Thanks for that Power A GC controller. I lost mine a while back, and I've been keeping an eye out for a new one. I'd rather buy slash support someone, you than someone random on eBay. Sweet. Thank you. I didn't even know. Thank you. It's pretty much brand new. I did play it. I used it a little bit like when I first got it, because I got it around the time the Switch came out. Gotta make sure that we're not frozen again. But since then, it's been sitting in a basket, getting no love, because I have a million different GameCube controllers. I also have a original. I have an Xbox One S controller up for grabs if you want that as well. I've had that up for a while though. But thank you, Kyle. Do y'all think Jake or myself is gonna win a best of 3 in Super Mario Strikers? It will always be me, Mikey. Only 7 likes on the stream. We're up to 17 likes from that. We got 26 people in here. We could make that better. I have to go, but after my meeting, this stream better have 25 likes. I'll gift my sub now, but if I come back and it's not at 25 likes, I will be sad. Don't make Mikey sad. Man, you just aren't having any luck with these last couple streams. First a laggy stream and now the camera. Yeah, it's the first stream was great. We were streaming at the highest bitrate I've ever streamed at, and no problems. But I don't know what's going on with the capture card there. Maybe I need to get a new one because I've had that Elgato for a while. Okay. But look over here and say, Tryhard Trav said tariffs reduced for 90 days. Time to buy a bunch of Game Boy parts. Yeah, I'm gonna wait a couple days still, just because I don't know how fast AliExpress is gonna be caught up with that. But also, it's a little disappointing because it's only 30%. It's only reduced to 30%, and I don't think Deminimus came back. So I'm not really happy about that. I'm not going to dive into the whole politics of the situation because we don't talk politics on this channel. The only reason I'm talking about it now is because it directly affects Game Boy modding, because 99% of the stuff is made in China. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And so we're stuck with what we got. And so I just frustrated. Deminimus did not come back. That's awesome. That was sarcasm. I really wish it would come back. Because, like, yeah, I want to buy a bunch of stuff because I don't know what the future holds. Things seem good right now, but 30% is still 30% more than I want to pay. So, yeah, I don't know. I think... and also, I already bought a bunch of stuff, and I paid the tariffs at the stupidly high rates, and because I needed stuff, and nothing seemed like it was going well, so I bought stuff like 2 weeks ago. I also got scammed, but that's been resolved already, so that's cool. If you want to know more, check out my Twitter posts. But maybe I'll talk about it a little bit later. We're like, okay, can I charge my president the amount of money in tariffs that I had to pay since it just got reduced, and I still haven't gotten half the stuff. Still waiting on a few things that are supposed to come this week. If I would have waited 2 weeks, then I could have got it at the 30% rate. And I don't know if AliExpress companies are actually going to eat that. So they'll probably just continue to do what they just did and lump it into the price. But yeah. I make Game Boys in the US. I don't make these, but I make these right in here. If I had a small loan of $1 million, I would make my own factory. Even then, $1 million wouldn't get me anywhere near what I need. Stop focusing on the wrong thing. Well, I don't even know what it's focusing on. Is it the stack of SPs? It is, because it's like slightly out of focus. It keeps bothering me. Okay. We need to pick up the pace, because it is now 45 minutes in, and we've only got one screen screwed in. But I'm thinking about suing the administration for the like, I don't know, couple $100 that I paid extra that I shouldn't have had to pay. So that's my plan. But yes, I guess now's not as bad of a time to buy stuff. But who knows what the future holds. Should probably put the film on first. Just mine the materials in the US. I'll mine the fresh Game Boy in the US. I'll mine the screens and the capacitors straight out of the dirt myself. Alright, that's enough politics, because I don't like politics talk. At least not on my channel. I will say, since we talked about Deminimus, I think I talked about it last time. Deminimus did come back, or it didn't go away for anywhere but China. So all the other countries, as long as it's under $800, you don't have to pay the tariffs. But Deminimus is not a thing for Chinese goods as of right now, even with the pause. There was something else I was gonna say. Oh, de minimis, for those who don't know, is the thing that says if it's under so much money, which in our case it's $800. If it's under $800 in value, it'll be free of import fees and taxes and blah blah blah. We're not having dinner, Tanner. My name could be Jake playing. Honestly though, I would love to make the mods. I think that'd be so cool because I have direct user feedback on here, and I feel like with how picky I am, I would make a really high quality screen. But it'd probably be twice as much or more compared to Funny Playing and stuff, even if I did make it in China. The only thing I wouldn't want to deal with is like the customer service. That's my least favorite part of all of this. I need my scissors. I'm just gonna grab scissors. Hold up. Nugget, I don't know why you're growling, but you can stop. Okay. Calm down. But let's talk about how I got scammed. Because I'm realizing I haven't really told my family about this. So, when I was buying inventory like last week or whatever it was, I found some listings that said they were sold out of the EU and the US, and I was like, sick. I haven't seen this before, but they're advertising it like this. Sure, why not? So I bought quite a few things. I spent almost $900, $881.75, I think was the total, on some GameCubes. I think there was 10 GameCube shells that I bought, and a whole bunch of OLED Game Boy Color kits, shells and screens. And now I'm starting to get some things in from the other things that I ordered, because I spent probably $4,000 on AliExpress when I bought inventory. And so I got a few of the things in, and I was like, oh, I'll check to see what else is still yet to come, because I'm not really sure. And also realizing I'm not using those rubber pads. I use these ones for this guy. And so I check and I see that all of the EU/US Game Boy stuff and GameCube shells that I bought, it said that they were delivered 2 days after I bought it. I was like, no, it wasn't. Still waiting on it. And so I checked the tracking, and the tracking was a FedEx tracking number, and it came out of some city in New Jersey, and it went to Newark, New Jersey, which I believe is the capital. I could be wrong. And so I looked into it a little more, and you know how pretty much everybody takes a picture of the package when they deliver it, and they just had this really odd shaped box. It was probably about the size of this table, maybe a little bit smaller, but it was like this kind of shape, like a rectangle, a long rectangle, and it was very thin. No way a GameCube shell could have fit in there, let alone 10, and then a bunch of Game Boy mods. So I was kind of freaking out, and then I immediately filed a bunch of disputes with AliExpress, and unfortunately, for every different variant of Game Boy Color, because I bought like 2 red shells, a silver one, this, that, there was like 12 different variants of just the Game Boy stuff, and then each of the colors of the GameCube shells of the 10 that I bought. I had to file a dispute for each individual thing of that. Thankfully, they're like, oh yeah, no, you clearly don't live in New Jersey, so this is a scam. And also, the shop had disappeared before I even was able to file a dispute. So someone else probably got scammed by them too, and they got shut down. So you shouldn't have to worry about it, but I'm sure scammers are going to scam, and they will pop up again later down the line in a different form. They may already be up again as we speak. Who knows? But yeah. It's better to go through like High Speed Edo Official and Funny Playing's website and all that stuff, or a listing that you trust. If they're advertising that they are sold in the US and they're being very loud about it, double check before you spend a lot of money on that. I did get my money back. What also sucked is I put it on a credit card, and then I paid off my credit card, and so now I have a negative balance on my credit card. So I have to spend all that money, which I do plan on. I wanted that inventory. That's why I bought it. So I'll probably be spending that much money to buy more stuff anyways. It was just a bit of a frustrating event, but thankfully AliExpress was really good about the whole situation. Normally, I just don't even bother if I have like something broken come from AliExpress because they aren't the best with returns. But maybe times have changed and they are better about it. They sent me the complete wrong thing, like, I don't know, probably like 6-8 months ago. I was supposed to get an orange N64 shell, like this color, and it showed up as an orange N64 controller, not a console shell. But they were good about that return too. So, but I think I dealt with the company instead of AliExpress in that one. Yeah, I'm happy at least I got my money back, but I definitely want to try and warn people about that. Because there are gonna be people who try and take advantage of people like us in the situation where they're like, I don't know, I can only buy this in China. And then, oh, sweet, I can avoid tariffs here. And then, oh, no, I just got scammed. Goodness, my nose is just so itchy. I feel like I've talked about it before, but every now and then, the outside of my nose gets super itchy for like an hour or two. Usually happens like once every week or 2 weeks. Nothing I can really do about it, and it just goes away. I've also been dealing with allergies a little bit this past weekend, but it's rained a bunch yesterday and today, and it's gonna rain all week, so I don't have to worry about allergies. Any tips on removing stuck strip screw on the top screen? Accidentally use a cheap screw and it's jammed. Can't get a grip on it without risking scratching the shell. Unfortunately, the only advice I have is drilling it out. Drill, baby, drill. Yeah, I mean, just if you have a drill bit that's small enough to like be like the thickness of the screw, then you might be able to get away with it, but your screw post is probably just toast at that point. Yeah, it's not a good situation. Some people have luck with putting stuff like a rubber band on top of the screw and then like putting a ton of pressure on the rubber band, and that will get it to go. I've never had luck with that. Other people have also super glued their bit to the screw. I've never tried that, but some people have luck with that. Yeah, I don't really have any other tips. I just drill them out usually, but usually it doesn't happen to me on new shells. It's like old shells I don't care about. Do your GBAs have rechargeable mod in them? The only rechargeable batteries I do are in SPs. So I don't do rechargeable mods. They don't like to ship LiPo batteries. It's dangerous. It's a hassle. And even after shipping, I just don't want anything to go wrong. If you have it, like, I'm liable for that, and I don't want to take the risk. They're too risky. So most of these nowadays is a pretty simple drop-in battery. If you want to get one yourself, that way I avoid being liable in any sort of way. The funny playing ones are drop-in. They work great. And honestly, it works out anyways because I would probably charge a little more for that. And you can just buy it yourself. And the only thing you need to do is take out the battery tabs, drop it in, and boom. It also comes with a USB-C port, or a USB-C cutout for the charge port on the new battery tabs. You just got to match the shell you got. Don't have to do no trimming, no nothing. But I, like Josh was saying, I like rechargeable AA. That's my preference anyways for my stuff, because I can just have, like, I have a whole bunch of Ladas from IKEA. They're cheap, they're good, they have a lot of battery life, and when I run out of battery on one of the AA's, I can just grab another pair and get back to full charge Game Boy playing. I don't have to sit there tethered to a wall. I don't have to worry about, oh, does my battery pack support charging and playing? Because not all of them do. I don't have to worry about, oh, is this USB-C charger gonna fry the charge circuit because it puts too much power into it? Do I need to have a USB-C to A cable with a 5-volt 1-amp brick on me at all times? Like, because not all USB-Cs are created equal. But you know what's simple? Having a bunch of rechargeable batteries on hand, ready to go, ready to swap. That is my preference. Whoa, we're falling apart here. And we've just hit the hour mark. Come on. There we go. We got another Josh in here. Focus. What are we even focusing on? Huh? Focusing on my hat? Is that what you're doing? Hour in and I fixed 20 RTC chips? On what? On Game Boy games? What are you working on, Joshua? I see. You have a bunch of broken ones? When you shell swap a GBA, do the buttons sometimes feel mushy? There's some not great replacement membranes out there, and they feel mushy. I feel like I talked about this last stream. I don't know if I'm guessing it wasn't with you, but I feel like someone asked that last stream or 2 streams ago. Like some of the included membranes for shell swaps, like if you buy a shell, they'll most likely come with some membranes and buttons, and those aren't always the highest quality. Depends on the people you buy it from. I buy a bunch of different replacement membranes and buttons separately, so I can make different color options and stuff. I need to get a drink. But yeah, as long as what I said last stream when someone asked was as long as it doesn't feel like, as long as it isn't inaccurate, I wouldn't worry about it too much. Because I would way rather have a squishy, mushy feeling button than a stiff feeling button. Because that's what I get a lot of the time, is the membranes are stiff. A lot of the times they'll like wear in to a good feel, but I don't like stiff buttons, and I'll talk about that in my next video on Friday, which is now up for the members. If you want to join the mod squad, you can watch my video on the DMG BC, the Game Boy Color and the DMG. That is this Friday's video. Oh, there it is. Couldn't find my soldering iron cleaner. Okay, I'm not gonna zoom in for this. Done this a million times. Probably clean my iron. My goodness, that was a mess. And I won't zoom in because I did a bad job. Most RTC chips that these days that can fit GBA boards start as 12-hour chips. So if you try to set a PM time, it sets the time incorrectly. Interesting. Where do you recommend getting all the parts to make modded Game Boys for resale? I don't sell any parts on my website. I only sell fully modded stuff. Because like I said, I don't like dealing with customer service, and there's a lot of customer service work with selling mods. But I usually buy all of my stuff from AliExpress, which is kind of hard to recommend right now. If you're in Europe, then I recommend Z Labs. If you are in America or Canada, North America, I recommend Retromodding. If the tariffs stop being an issue, I mean, either way, I recommend Handheld Legend and Retro Game Repair Shop, but they are solely in the US, and so they have to deal with the tariffs as well. But Retromodding is in Canada and they have a US warehouse, so I think they can. Well, Gary from Retromodding, one of the higher ups there, told me personally that tariffs are nothing to worry about buying from Retromodding. So that's why I put them ahead of my recommendations compared to the other US people. So, yeah. Okay. I will stack all of these up real quick, and then we can put some solder on Q12B for all these guys. Oh, that's bad. Just not one with the iron today. That one was good. That one was good, but I think it bridged a little bit. Okay. Now we won't have to do any soldering for a little while when we go to solder the wire to that, but we can't do that quite yet. So let's flip this over. And get out our hinges. Let's save this guy because it's the only single one right now. And where's the light purple? And there it is. The atomic purple stuff right here. Slap that in. Slap this one in, and then we can lift up, push in, and boom, we are good there. We'll remove this real quick and we'll put a speaker in. Oh, these don't have the little mesh ones. This pile of speakers does, though. The little mesh thing in and drop this in for my tweezers. Make sure that these are puffed up so we can get good contact with the board. And we'll put that out to the side and do the next one. Let's see if we can pop these hinges off. Hello, Rex. Almost 3 years. It just doesn't feel like I've been like doing member stuff for 3 years. Thank you very much for giving me $5 a month for the past 3 years. That is awesome. And I will remind everybody once again that you can watch this Friday's video right now if you are a member. Join the Mod Squad today. Have yourself a grand old time. And this week's video is sponsored. So if you don't want to watch the ad read and you don't want ads from YouTube in the video, then I recommend doing becoming a member. Okay, so now we have a problem. Uh-oh, I don't have any hinges. What will I ever do? Well, I've got this one right here that needs to be taken apart a little further. And today I actually went and looked at the Discord server. Cool place to hang out. And I printed off the better hinge removal tool. Well, we'll see if it's better. Originally, I just got this one, which is the same thing-ish, but this one is itty-bitty and hard to hold on to. And this one has a giant handle. So, see a downright spiffy? I hope you have a downright spiffy day. Nice one, Rux. But we should be able to take this and just pop it over the hinge and push it. Okay, it's not quite working. I'm gonna do it the old-fashioned way. We'll try it again. There's another SP that I need to remove some hinges from, and that's why I like using, or I was liking the idea of using a removal tool, because I just popped off one of the posts. But there we go. Just needed to move the little posts around a little bit. And then for the other side, it's really easy. I just wiggle it out and I push it out. People say it's sketchy. It's not. It's actually so much more simple doing it that way. Okay, well, I had high hopes for this, but maybe that was just a stubborn hinge. Okay. Ironically, I could probably... It's probably not ironic. I could probably just leave the black hinge covers on, since I'm going to be putting it on this one anyways, but we'll get some fresh ones, some color matched ones. And the black hinge goes on this side. That's where we took it out of. And the white hinge goes on the small side where we'll... It's like my USB ports are refreshing. Hold up. Oops. There we go. I hate this. Like, I'm not even hearing a like a Windows noise for something like being removed or whatever, but it's essentially refreshing my USB ports, because that's why my my SD card, this thing, popped up. The like a file explorer window popped up, and so that's my best guess. No, this is an old PC. This is an old one. But anyways, as I was saying, I didn't finish this. I will put light pressure on both of these as I open it, and as I get to that open position, you should start to feel the hinges pop themselves in. So it will hit all of the original spots perfectly. And last one. I'm gonna take my hat off because my hair is dry now. I took a shower before stream. But where is there? I don't like Linux. I don't like. There's things I don't like about Windows. There's things I don't like about Mac. There's things that I don't like about Linux, and none of them make me really want to change up what I'm doing enough. If anything, I'd probably just go to Mac OS, because I'm getting to the point where I don't really play games on my PC anymore, and my PC is old enough that I would just have to rebuild a whole new PC. Like, yeah, I could upgrade like my graphics card, but I'm on AM4, so I would need a new motherboard if I want to go to like the new AM5 platform, or go to Intel or anything like that. GPUs are stupidly expensive, and it's all just frustrating. So I'd rather just get like an M4 Mac Mini and get one of the new SSDs that are aftermarket that work just great, and I can have full-size storage on it. Maybe even treat myself, get an M4 Pro, Mac Mini. I can have more desk space. So, yeah, man, computers, they're dumb. Since I'm not really playing games, it's just like I might as well just go with Mac OS. It's a better platform for my video editing and stuff. No bald spot yet. No, I'm good. No signs of balding. Okay. There's the last speaker. Drop that in, and then we'll drop it in and then drop the screen so everything falls out. Okay. And yeah, AM4 is still great, but it's like, okay, I upgrade to like the best CPU on AM4, and then after that, I don't know. I think my motherboard has never been great. I got a cheap motherboard. It doesn't have Wi-Fi on it or Bluetooth. I did just get a Wi-Fi and Bluetooth card, finally, because I don't really have Ethernet in this room. Brand new apartments, they don't put Ethernet in the walls. I think that's stupid, but they have built-in routers, but they don't have They don't have Ethernet in the wall. It's stupid. And I don't even have a coax port in here to use like Mocha. But yeah. Anyways, I'm getting distracted. Let's continue to tear this apart, because we are an hour and 25 minutes into the stream. Okay, let's see. Does the hinge pop out? Yes, it does. It is still a little tricky. I still have to push it out with like tweezers. Or, oh no, it will later. I just gotta open it up and then maybe it'll push out more. Yeah, and then I can pull it out. Nice, okay. That first one was just stubborn. I think I can get the trick down to it a little bit better. I'm trying to pull this out without sending all the buttons flying, because I do kind of want to reuse the shell. But this is the only other hinges I have available. So I need to take it. Nope. Okay. Dude. Is my hinge just like not? Oh. My hinge is like twisted in a weird way. Oh my gosh. I just want the stream to continue. Starting to lose it. I just want to be done, honestly. This stupid thing. Just come out. Sent it across the room, but I got it out. My goodness. I hate SPs. Don't hate them as much as I used to, but I still hate them. Reasons like this. They're stupid. They're uncomfortable. Not worth it. Buy one for me, retroremaster.com. Okay. I'm gonna do all this work to try and save the shell, and then I'm not gonna do anything with it. That's what's gonna happen. I tell you, I'm telling you that right now. Okay. My gosh. Yeah, it'd be nice to have fiber as well. I would be happy with Ethernet ports in every room. That hinge was just being weird. I don't know what was wrong with it, but it's good now. Just don't be cracked. Don't crack the stupid shell. Thank you. Okay. Can't forget to put all of these Phillips heads in these posts. All right, there's one. There's two. Oh my gosh. Is it too much to ask for things to just go smoothly the rest of the stream and get it done in the next 30 minutes? I'm also getting hungry. I'm ready for lunch. It is almost 2 o'clock. Man. I should not have done for the stream. Do the soldering and then everything should go a little bit more smooth. I'm gonna plug that. Let's not do that. See, I'm losing it, people. I'm losing it. Thank you, Josh. Joshua, you bought the shirts you talked about. I appreciate that. And thanks again to Kyle for buying the controller. If you haven't been watching the entire stream, I am selling some things from my collection, some things that have been appeared in videos. So if you want to check that out, check the garage sale section of my website on retroremaster.com. I did put a link in the chat earlier, but it may have disappeared by now. There's not a direct link to it in the description, but I believe in you that you can navigate a website. And also, if you've been wanting a Game Boy from me, but you want it to be cheaper than my normal prices, now is your opportunity. Because I put them all a little bit cheaper because they are slightly used. And I mean slightly. Okay, we will have to do soldering at the end, or in a little bit longer, to do the power switches, but we're gonna just get through this next part. I'm actually gonna try and go double time this time. I've also kind of run out of things to talk about. I feel like that's not fully down, but oh. No, Mario Kart or Mario Strikers, specifically the GameCube one, because screw the other ones. Charged is okay, but it's just not that good. But that is my game. There's one game I'm good at. It's Super Mario Strikers. Nobody can take that away from me. I rarely lose in that game. But Mikey, you're going down. Like usual. Well, I am already doing a giveaway with Boxy Pixel right now. It's not for fully modded stuff, but if you wanted to mod your own stuff with a metal shell, check out the giveaway. I don't have a link to it right now, but it's in the description of my latest video. Last chance to enter is Saturday, and you actually have a pretty good chance of winning stuff because there's like 5 different ways to win. So I definitely recommend checking that out. They gave me an extra Phillips screw. Nice. Okay. We actually did kind of go double time there. Now it's time to do a bunch of power switch cleanings, and then we're done with soldering. Put some flux on each of these sides of the power switch while it's heating up. Perfect, we're at 300. Add a little bit of solder to each side. Come on. Move the mic out of the way a little bit. Come on. Dude, these are just not wanting to come up. There we go. Okay. Turn that off for a second. Grab my fiberglass pen. Very important to actually clean these parts of the power switch as well. Because a lot of people will just go in and they'll clean this part, which is very important. But you want to clean the other half too, because if not, you're probably still going to have power switch struggles. Now we can do the rest of the soldering. Mikey, you've complained several times about trying to put links in chat. And when it comes down to proving that you've beaten me at least one time at a video game, that's when you'll do it. Not to help me make money. It is a link to my video. Okay, that's fair. You are correct. But I'm still gonna complain. That's what I do. It's my thing. I complain to make the world a better place. Man. Okay. There we go. Power switches are cleaned. Let's button these up and get the heck out of here. Okay. We need to pop the battery doors off of these. get all of the nuts. Oh, I gotta do it in there. Make sure all the power switches are lined up correctly. Ah. There we go. One more. Gotta drop a bunch of tri-wings. And I think the dog is like fully passed out. I'm hearing noises that I would have sworn she would have freaked out too, but she looks pretty passed out right now. Almost there. How many people are still here? 23? Okay, that's fair. Bit of a slower and more boring stream, not gonna lie. There she is. The beast is awakened. She's growling. You can't hear. Nugget, you're fine. Yeah, it's because of you, Rex. She's the dog doesn't like it. No, it's actually because of Mikey. She hates Mikey. And I'm not just saying that. Nugget, stop. Seriously, it's annoying. Always has been and always will be. Then pop this back out so we can do the last little ones that are kind of hard to do with the it's kind of hard to do in general, but it's really hard to do with the Auto Magic one because there's not really a hole for them to rest in. last ones. Then we can put in the batteries and put on the battery covers. Oh boy. Can we do this before we hit the 2-hour mark? I think so, because we've got another 9 minutes. Gotta grab batteries. Well, at least for now, one of these will have to use an original battery because I only have 3 batteries apparently. Oh, because I used one for my Unhinged SP. That's why. I do need to buy more. I guess now that the tariffs crap is on pause, I will buy more of these. My goodness. This one doesn't want to stay in its thing. I have no idea what dropped there. That was a cable. Put it in there for now. I promise they will all have funny playing batteries eventually. Did none of these come with... None of these came with SP stickers. Okay. I don't think I have enough. Let's see, I've got a Mario sticker, I've got a Mewtwo sticker, I've got a dinosaur sticker. I have 3 stickers. Nice. I mean, I could put the Mewtwo sticker on the Atomic Purple one. I could just leave the black one blank. I don't know what I'm ever gonna do with this Mewtwo one. And it does fit. I'm just gonna do that. I'm an executive decision. Hopefully it doesn't turn anybody off from buying it. You got a special Mewtwo sticker on the Atomic Purple one. Okay, and then we just gotta put the Nintendo stickers in the front. Thank you for the links, Mikey. I appreciated it. If you guys are interested in any of the SPs, please go to his website. Exactly. I've got 4 Shopify notifications. Rox bought a shirt, and you bought a Kishi? You bought my Kishi? Sweet. Perfect. I was worried that my controllers would be the things that wouldn't sell very fast. But I was wrong. And even though you did it in 2 orders, it doesn't matter because I can't really combine the shipping. The printer or the shirts are print on demand, so if I had them physically, I would combine it into 1 order for you. But either way, thank you very much, Rox. I appreciate that. Okay, let's just test these real quick. Sound works. Games read. A and B, right, left, down, up, start, select. Brightness button is working. Cool. Atomic purple. Good. Does this turn on? I don't think these batteries are charged. No, they're not. We'll have to plug that in. Test it later. Sound works. Looks good. A and B. Right, left, down, up, right, left. Start, select, and brightness button. Cool. Boom. Too good. Sounds working. Games red. A and B. Right, left, down, up, right, left. Start, select, brightness button. Boom. Turn it off. We are good. I'm too lazy to test this one on camera because I don't want to charge it up. No, okay, let's just do it. Let's just do the right thing, even though I'm desperate to end stream. We'll swap the batteries for now. Sound works. I gotta put the game in though. Game works. And A and B, right, left, down, up, right, left, start, select, and brightness button. There we go. Everything is working as it should. I'm going to list these really quick and then I'm done. We'll put all of them out once again so everybody can see, even though it's been what we've been doing the past 2 hours. And let's see, we can find this one. We can add one to stock. All black SP back in stock. Link in chat, link in description. Clear orange active. Add one to stock. Back in stock. Link in description, link in chat. And we've got, let's see, Midnight Blue. Oh, I don't have it called Midnight Blue. Purple. Purple. There we go. I'm gonna change this to be Midnight Blue because it is like a dark purple, but it's the official color is Midnight Blue. Add one to inventory. Save. Oh, I gotta make it active. Boom. And then I don't think I have a listing for the atomic purple one. Even though I definitely have sold one of these before. Yeah, I just don't have a listing for it anymore. Okay. We'll duplicate this listing. Not the images. We'll add one to inventory. And we can take some pictures. And 3, 2, 1, we can eventually load the pictures. That's good enough for now. I'll take nicer pictures later. And it is now active. Boom. Oh man. Okay, that has been a long stream, but if you want any of these 4 SPs or more, of course, the camera froze this time, but it's not on it didn't freeze my face cam, so I guess we can just finish the stream out like this. Thank you guys for watching. I have been streaming for too long, so I'm gonna end it here. Tomorrow's video on the second channel will be me fixing some roughed up Game Boy Advance button pads, like the gold contacts. Show you how to fix those. And then on Friday will be the DMG-BC, the Game Boy Color within a DMG shell from Bucket Mouse. And you can watch it now if you are a member. You can watch it now ad-free because it is sponsored. And tutorial on Friday on the second channel. And short on Wednesday will be, I don't know. I think it'll be actually advertising mashed. So yeah, something like that. It's a short. You can wait until Wednesday to figure out what it is. But anyways, that's about it for me. No USB-C charging mods. Not this time. I only do that if I have a bad charge port. There's no need to swap them if they're still working fine. And yeah, a million more reasons I could get into, but I don't really want to right now. It's kind of worth it, but yeah. Bucket Mouse is good, people. The reason why, I'll just say it real quick. Why not? USB-C on the SP is lame because there's no power delivery, so you have to use a very specific USB-C charger anyways. You have to use a USB-C to A cable, and it has to be at the right spec, which is like 5 volts, 1 amp, whatever the SP originally could take. So that's why I don't do it, because you still have to find a specific charger anyways. I usually charge everything with either my Apple iPhone charger or my Nintendo Switch charger, which just don't work with SPs, so it doesn't really matter to me, and I feel like a lot of people are like that too. So anyways, that's about it for me. That's my speech. I'm gonna end stream. Later, guys. Man, too long of a stream. 2 hours, 4 minutes, 13 seconds.